wander down here without your hands in your pockets and settle down in that chair and we'll make a nice close-up of you. Seriously, Audrey, tell us about the war. You spent the whole war in Arnhem.
Yes.
Wasn't it pretty awful?
Yes, it was very bad.
But did you entertain the people there yourself? Is that how you began?
No, not quite how I began. I went to ballet school once I knew I was settled there for quite a while. Didn't know how long the war was going to last, so I went to a ballet school and learned to dance. And in about 1944, about a year before the end of the war, I was quite capable of performing. And it was a sort of some way in which I could make some contribution, and I did give performances to collect money for the underground, which always needed money.
And what about the Germans? What did they do about it?
Let's know about it.
Hepburn's unique combination of coltish beauty and regal charm appealed to veteran film director William Wyler, and he cast the young actress in the role of a lifetime as the runaway princess opposite Gregory Peck in Roman Holiday.
Ecco qua, finito. It's perfect.
Oh.
You'd be nice without long hair. Now it's cool. Hmm?
Yes.
Cool.
It's just what I wanted. I've heard of a wonderful place for dancing on a boat.
Oh, you mean the barges down by San Angelo?
Yes, couldn't we go there tonight?
Hey, why not?
Well, anything you wish.
And then at midnight I'll turn into a pumpkin and drive away in my glass slipper.
And that'll be the end of the fairy tale.
Both the film, Roman Holiday, and the relationship with Gregory Peck were in the fairy tale league. He was, and still is, one of the most wonderful gentlemen in the entire business. He made sure that she got the top billing, helped her throughout the whole process. They fell in love with each other in a very platonic way.
When you see Roman Holiday, you get the overwhelming perfume of this creature, this extraordinary, original, elegant, beautiful, gentle creature that just radiates from the screen.
Which of the cities visited did Your Highness enjoy the most?
It would be difficult to... Rome. By all means, Rome. I will cherish my visit here in memory as long as I live.
Capitalizing on their new star's success, Paramount immediately cast Audrey in Sabrina, Billy Wilder's May-December romance, co-starring Humphrey Bogart and William Holden.
Oh, it's you, Sabrina.
Hello, David.
I thought I heard somebody.
No, it's nobody.
As the chauffeur's daughter turned chic European sophisticate, Audrey was assisted in her screen transformation by a talented young fashion designer named Hubert de Givenchy.
Hubert de Givenchy tells a very funny story about people call him and say Miss Hepburn is coming to see you to close in her next film, and at the time she wasn't world-renowned, so he expected Katharine Hepburn to show up at the door. And knock, knock, he opens the door, and there's this lovely young little thing. He has no idea who she is, and of course they hit it off famously. A friendship and a partnership that lasted 40 years.
This is maddening. I know I've seen that face before. Let me see your profile again. I know you. I have a feeling I've seen you with your father. Wait a minute, is your father Admiral Starrett?
Hardly.
Chief among Audrey's growing list of admirers was leading man William Holden.
Oh, Sabrina, where have you been all my life?
Right over the garage.
While their on-screen chemistry sizzled, their real-life romance stalled when the 34-year-old actor informed his leading lady that he could no longer have children. Hepburn wanted Holden, but she wanted marriage and a family even more. But as Hollywood greeted its new discovery with open arms, it was shocked when the actress headed back to Broadway. She had agreed to star in Ondine, a French play directed by and co-starring Mel Ferrer.
It was Gregory Peck, I believe, who provided her introduction to Mel Ferrer at a party, and soon enough she was very fond of Mel.
12 years her senior and twice divorced, Ferrer was full of passion for his craft. He instilled in Audrey the belief that acting could be as important and rewarding a means of expression as her beloved ballet.
Undine is a very beautiful love story in which Mel Ferrer and I appear together. Mel plays the knight-errant, and I play a water sprite.
On February 18, 1954, Undine opened to mixed reviews. And despite the fact that Audrey's notices were decidedly more favorable than Ferrer's, the two were blissfully in love. But in sharp contrast to Undine's cool reception by New York was the heat Hepburn was generating in Hollywood. Nominated for her performance in Roman Holiday, she surprised the industry and herself when she was awarded the Oscar as the year's Best Actress.
It's too much. I want to say thank you to everybody who in these past months and years have helped, guided, and given me so much. I'm truly, truly grateful and terribly happy.
But no one was more surprised than Audrey when just 3 days later she received the 1954 Tony Award for her performance in Undine. Within a few months, Hepburn had gone from an unknown to a megastar, and it seemed everyone was falling in love with her.
I was on Broadway at the same time. I used to watch her go in and out of the theater. You know, she seemed so terribly different and so very angelic and so very ethereal. You know, she was like some kind of fairy book person.
But the pressures of overnight success were beginning to take their toll. Bombarded by reporters and robbed of any privacy, the shy, insecure actress took time off and went to Switzerland. Shortly afterward, on September 25, 1954, in a small private service, Audrey Hepburn and Mel Ferrer became husband and wife. Among her private vows was one never to let celebrity and the demands of a career interrupt her personal life.
There was just no question that these two people were newlyweds. Nice to see. It all looked so make-believe, you know. It was like right off the screen.
Within months, the 25-year-old bride was thrilled to learn she was pregnant. But Hepburn's joy turned to despair when she suffered a miscarriage. Hoping to ease his wife's depression, Ferrer encouraged her to go back to work and arranged to co-star with her in an epic screen version of War and Peace.
This unparalleled motion picture encompasses all the novel's tremendous scope with these great stars. Audrey Hepburn reaching the pinnacle of her career as Natasha. Mel Ferrer scoring a triumph of artistry as Andrea. History's most awesome panorama in the motion picture of the century.
But though popular with critics, War and Peace fared only modestly at the box office. Better was Funny Face, another fairy tale confection about a bookworm turned fashion model, co-starring Fred Astaire. Once again costumed by Givenchy, the film offered Audrey the chance to utilize her training as a dancer.
She knew, well, here's an area, if I just work hard, I know I can make this work. And it shows. You can tell the kind of métier that there is behind every move.
Funny Face was a runaway success, and Audrey followed it with a similarly themed Love in the Afternoon, co-starring Gary Cooper. But by now, Audrey, encouraged by her husband, wanted to break away from the kinds of formulaic stories that Hollywood kept preparing for her. She wanted the chance to prove herself a serious actress. It seemed Cinderella had returned from the ball, and she was no longer interested in fairy tales.
Sister, have you considered the seriousness of what you're doing?
Yes.
Sister, is there nothing we can do?
Nothing.
Released in 1959, The Nun story showed Hepburn in a totally new light. Gone were the stylish Givenchy gowns and chic locations. Instead, the actress had to depend exclusively on her talent and convey intense internal conflict.
I think we all have a special place for the nun story. Put her in the category of extremely serious actresses. She's beautiful, she's emotional. Now she's really in charge of what's happening.
The Nun story received an impressive 8 Oscar nominations, including Audrey's 3rd for Best Actress. Now confident and able to choose even more ambitious film projects, Audrey agreed to star in Green Mansions, directed by Ferrer, and The Unforgiven, a Western directed by John Huston. But while making The Unforgiven, Audrey suffered yet another miscarriage and sank into a deep depression.
She was tremendously devastated by a series of miscarriages. She wanted to have children more than anything, more than a career, even.
Happily, Audrey soon became pregnant again, and this time she took no risks. Remaining bedridden in Switzerland and turning down all film offers, her lifelong dream came true when she gave birth to a son, Sean Ferrer, on January 17th, 1960.
She very much wanted to have children. She loved children. I think it may have been a way to heal her own youth, but I think she wanted that friendship, which she got. We were great friends.
I think that Audrey wanted to be a mother, to have her own children more than anything else. Until she had her children, she, in my mind, didn't consider herself whole.